Let's go over the future of the Star Wars franchise when it comes to the 4th Star Wars trilogy by the creators of Game of Thrones. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, as you all know, just yesterday we got a big update on the whole entire future of this franchise, such as Kathleen Kennedy having her Lucasfilm deal being extended for 3 years, as well as Disney and Lucasfilm treating this trilogy being done by the creators of Game of Thrones as their priority. That is what they are looking forward to next after Episode 9, which is causing a lot of speculation right now that maybe there will be no movie in 2020, and the official debut of the first Star Wars movie in this new trilogy is going to be in 2021, since they will begin filming at the very end of 2020. So everything is starting to line up here, and additionally, casting is said to start in mid-2020, and it may have a format where each film is based in the same time period. However, each film being a separate story focusing on different characters, breaking the norm of a regular trilogy. They are looking at many actors and actresses from Game of Thrones to join this massive project. So, I find this part very interesting, that they would essentially break tradition of your regular trilogy. If you guys look at the prequels, the originals, and the sequels, right? They're all based in the same exact time period. But when you look at these characters, they're all reappearing in each and every film. However, with their trilogy, they actually plan to base it in a certain time period, which a lot of people are hoping it's going to be the Old Republic. However, each film is going to focus on a different batch of characters. So for example, let's say if this does end up being the Old Republic, the first film could very well focus on, 2 characters at once, maybe affiliated with the dark side of the Force, mainly. And then the second film can focus on more of our heroes. And then the third film, they could focus on when these 2 characters collide, these 2 batches of characters collide. So essentially what they're doing apparently, and what they're toying around with for the D&D trilogy, as I like to call it, is it will be based in one time period, most likely the Old Republic, at least I hope so. And the first film, let's say for example, it could focus on Darth Malak and Darth Revan and another handful of characters. Then the second film will be a whole bunch of new characters and won't include Darth Malak and Revan, for example. And then the third film will have more new characters and focusing only on their story. So essentially, they're following a different format for this trilogy to shake things up a bit, to kind of like change things up a bit, I should say, right? So I can respect that. I don't know how you guys feel about them toying around with that idea. Again, nothing's concrete as of yet, but I do find it very interesting that they are looking at many of the actors and actresses who are a part of Game of Thrones to enter into the Star Wars franchise. Now, it seems like Disney and Lucasfilm, they love doing this, right? Especially with Gwendolyn Christie, and they did the same exact thing with Emilia Clarke. They're all affiliated with Game of Thrones, and it seems as so that they are trying to get more of those cast members with that HBO, hit TV series on board for the Star Wars franchise, which honestly, guys, I think it's great. I've seen a little bit of Game of Thrones here and there. I will say that I don't watch it religiously, but I will say all the actors and actresses that I have seen actually in that show, so talented, almost flawless. I feel like a lot of those actors and actresses just have a gift in that show. So to have them on board in a Star Wars movie, or even just a whole entire trilogy at that, is something to truly, be excited for. And that is the thing here. We do know that Bob Iger, he admitted to some of their mistakes. And I feel like that Kathleen Kennedy should have actually owned up to some of that. Bob Iger, he did say that they're focusing on that trilogy after Episode 9, and they're still trying to figure out what comes after JJ's. Again, the 2020 movie, no clue what's going to happen with that. Very mysterious right now. Again, like I say, my theory is that we're not going to get a Star Wars movie in 2020, but that's just my gut feeling. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.